Hey guys, Fyrefli from FyreNation Crew, and today we're going to work on how to do a spin down transition, transition number 4. Spin down transition is going to have some of the same elements as what you would do with your reverse sweep or reverse coffee grinder, but it's a little different, okay? This one is often the easiest one to do, but it's often the most awkward one to teach. So make sure you pay attention to the details on this. And if you need to watch this video several times to get it, that's okay. There's plenty of videos out there. Shout out to the guys whose videos I watch to help get me, my moves that I have, because sometimes you need to see it multiple times before you can process it here and then manifest it here. So don't feel bad if you don't get this on the first try. But here we go. First step. Remember, I'm counterclockwise, so a lot of the things I do to the left, you might do to the right if you go clockwise, okay? Counterclockwise is to the left, clockwise is to the right. So, I'm gonna be using my left for this, okay? So once again, transitions follow up right after your top rock. So what you would do is you would step back with your left foot, and notice I'm winding. So I'm stepping back and I'm winding so that my left hand curves around in front of me, my right hand is behind me. I know it looks like I'm about to duel some cards, but I'm not. I'm about to show you how this motion generates core centrifugal force, okay? Because the first step is you're gonna have to step, and you're gonna have to step a little deep, and you can't do it from up here. You've got to step to where the front leg, whether it's your right leg or your left leg, if you're going clockwise, is bent, and your back leg, which could be your left or right leg, depending on if you go clockwise or counterclockwise like I do, has to be back behind you enough to where your hips are setting in between where your feet are, all right? Left arm, if you're going counterclockwise, curves in front, right arm behind. Step 1. Step 2, unwind. Place your right hand on the floor. Boom, right here, okay? Now, the unwinding process, do not be here, because you need to get your hips as low as you can to help transition, okay? Transitions are like elevators and escalators and stairs. If it just drops out of nowhere, or if it's not balanced, you're gonna wobble when you're trying to get to the ground, and it's gonna look really uneven. You might fall or trip or stumble. A transition is supposed to be a smooth ride from Toprock to Footwork, okay? So make sure that when you have step 1, boom, you step deep. Step 2, when you unwind, boom, I'm here. Notice, my right leg, because I'm going counterclockwise, bends in a little bit, but I'm still balanced. And if you look, there's a perfect triangle that forms here between my hand where it's placed and my feet where they're placed. I don't want to wind and have my hand too close to either foot, because then it takes away your center, because your hand is now becoming your center point, okay? So once again, step 1, step 2, boom. And yes, I counterbalance by using my other arm to help with the swing, because if you don't use your centrifugal force generated by your core, it's harder for you to transition into your footwork, okay? That all goes into generating power with our core. We'll talk more about that as you progress through these videos. Now on to step 3, okay? So I got step 1, step 2. Step 3, I'm gonna take my left foot and swing it around behind me so that I'm here, okay? Notice, my right arm is still close to my hip point because it is my focal point, it's my center point, okay? And I'm holding myself up. So that is step 3. So now we've got step 1, step 2, step 3, okay? Step 1, step 2, step 3, okay? Now, step 4, I'm going to continue by using my left hand to allow me to come to the front. Boom. Okay, because now my left hand has made the switch. My right hand was here. My left hand switches to allow me to not only continue to turn, but also to stabilize and hold myself up in that crab walk position so I'm ready for my footwork. All right, so putting all 4 steps together. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Now you notice there's a little bit of a glide there. Where does that glide come from? The fact that I am now torquing my core to unspin and wind me into that move, okay? It is a transition. It's known as a spin down or a reverse spin, because you're going backward, or if you step down with this foot, you're going backward, okay? You're spinning down, just like if you were to jump on a spiral slide when you're a kid. You're transitioning smoothly in a circular pattern to the floor. So your core naturally torques a little bit so that you can turn, unspin, and use that energy, boom, to get back into your position so you're ready for footwork, all right? This is transition number 4. We'll be putting up more videos coming up to show you all the basics that you need so you can at least get your feet wet in the world of breaking. But until then, this is Fyrefli, and I'll see you at the next class.